How do we pay for roads? Good question. Let's go back to November 1928, when Herbert Hoover defeated Al Smith to become the next president of the United States. 1 year later, the stock market crashed, and he was now president of the Great Depression. Hoover wanted to fix it. He said, "Come on, everyone, we still need to buy stuff. Let's all pitch in together and we'll have enough money." Well, actually, he said,
"These taxes will assure the country and the world of the determination of the American people to maintain their finances on a sound basis."
But you get the gist. If we want to buy something, we gotta find the money. Anyway, roads. Hoover thought to himself, what do we do with roads? We drive them. And to drive, we need fuel. And if there's more driving, that's more fuel. So, Hoover reasoned, we create a tax for the fuel, and it's sort of like a tax for driving the road. Tax the fuel equals tax the road. And everyone who drives the road helps to pay for the road. Genius. So, Hoover added a 1-cent tax to every gallon of fuel. This tax, the fuel tax, though it's had a lot of different names over the years, was increased by Congress about every decade until 1993, when it went up to 18.4 cents. 1993, that's over 25 years ago. 1993 was the year the first Jurassic Park movie came out, to say nothing of Jurassic Park The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World, the one with Chris Pratt, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, the Lego Jurassic World movie, then you have Jurassic Park roller coasters in Florida, Japan, Singapore, California, not to mention 5 novels, comic books, a dozen video games, and a Netflix series in the works. All of this has happened, and the fuel tax hasn't changed. At all. The tax doesn't even go up with inflation. When the cost for everything else rises, the tax on fuel stays the same, which is basically losing value, even though the amount doesn't change. It's like when we were kids, if you had 4 quarters, you could buy 4 candy bars. Now, 4 quarters get you 1 candy bar. Basically, the fuel tax can't buy as many candy bars or as many roads as it used to. And construction costs for roads are rising faster than inflation, so we get like half a candy bar now or something. We can only take this analogy so far, I know. Where were we? Roads. Right, cars have gotten better since 1993. They have better mileage, so they need less fuel, which means less in taxes. And electric vehicles, they are awesome. They're good for the environment. They have better logos. They get their own parking spots, and they pay 0 in fuel taxes. Remember the original idea of the fuel tax? Hoover reasoned that
a tax on the fuel is a tax on the road.
But with inflation, construction costs, better mileage, and electric vehicles, tax the fuel no longer equals tax the road, which means the fuel tax can't keep up with road costs. Now, states also tax their fuel. And Utah has done pretty well. Our fuel tax started in 1923, before the Great Depression. And in 2015, Utah's fuel tax was indexed to the price of gasoline. So if candy bars get more expensive, we're talking about inflation here, the fuel tax also goes up just a little so it can still pay the bills. But even though we adjust for inflation, Utah's fuel tax still can't cover losses from rising construction costs, better mileage, and electric vehicles. I mean, Utah's fuel tax can buy more candy bars than the federal fuel tax, but still not as many candy bars as we need. I can't believe this analogy has worked this long. And Utah is the fastest growing state over the past 10 years. That's a lot of cars, and a lot of roads. We need a smarter way to pay for our roads. We need a solution that's fair, where everyone who uses our roads contributes to the roads. And we need smarter transportation options so we can make smarter choices. And we've already started. Utah has been researching, developing, and testing new approaches and solutions for the future of transportation. And that's why we made this video, so you know we're working on it. And that's it. I'm gonna go look for a candy bar.